A true Jurassic World. Monster Hunter places you inside a realm that's unexplored often in different mediums of entertainment. This genre of prehistoric times is only seen in a few movies, books, and video games. So not only is it a fresh of breath air, but it's also beautifully crafted in every way. From the crafting to the individual habitats of each creature, the mechanics are intertwined in such a way that no experience will be the same. No fight, no encounter will go like the previous before. It is a world you can get lost in for an hour or 10. There are downfalls to the game, but they are overshadowed on what I feel is most important that Monster Hunter shows. It shows the players don't need to have their hand holded throughout a game. Every game seems to think the player is not smart enough to figure out what to do or where to go next. Developers think consumers are dumb. It's an insult. But these games show that deep mechanics are fun to figure out, even if it's overwhelming at first. This being my first Monster Hunter, I can tell you, I kind of felt like an idiot going in. Everything they throw at you in the beginning is, well, overwhelming. I mean, they start you out with over 10 different weapons, where there's hardly any indication on what they do or what they are good for. But also the crafting, food effects, cultivating, actual combat, etc. The list goes on and on. If you don't let that stop you from actually just messing around with the systems, it becomes satisfying. It's satisfying because you actually have to think on how to do something, rather than the developers just showing you the way. Every time I play this game, I learn something new, by accident or from playing with somebody online. Its complexity is shown through each individual system connecting with one another, which is extraordinary because this level of detail you don't get from many video games. I'm not just talking about the details and the mechanics of the game, I'm also talking about the little details in the game, which I think it's best to discover for yourself. In big RPGs like Skyrim, Mass Effect, hell, even MMOs, you don't get this level of detail in these games. They mainstream everything so that the user doesn't have to think. One of the best examples of this mainstream simplification for the masses is, well, Mass Effect. The first one had a somewhat rich RPG element in it. The second one, they oversimplified it a little, made it more of a shooter, still good but lacking. Then the third, they simplified it even further. And did Andromeda actually happen? But even then, even with the linear levels that the first one had, they still held your hand throughout the whole game. Now, Monster Hunter does this in a way. It has tutorials, but the tutorials only cover so much and don't really talk about the combos you can accomplish with the diverse weaponry at your disposal. Each weapon carrying their own weight, different playstyles. I'm not just talking about the weapons, I'm also talking about the items you can use. The crafting system, which is rich, it's simple once you figure out what to do, but the complexity lies within the combinations you can do with each item. You don't actually have to go hunt down an animal. You can bait it with poison food and traps. I feel this complexity is lost in today's video games. People enjoy complexity, trying to figure things out. It's fun. We're not stupid. We're capable. I mean, just look at The Witness. When it first came out, people could not stop talking about it, trying to figure out the next puzzle. These games just show what people are craving for. If you haven't tried Monster Hunter, I say give it a go. I can't put it down, nor can I stop thinking about it. Like I stated previously, it does have its flaws. It can feel repetitive at times when you're grinding out from materials. But that's really my only issue. That's countered by playing with friends and your trusty, super freaking adorable Palico.